Simon is the first character you meet in the Old Hunters, and is initially found chilling next to the shortcut to the first lamp. We can deduce his name from the weapon he uses, aptly named Simon's Bowblade, and that he was also one of the first Healing Church hunters. He wields a sword that transforms into a bow, and was scoffed at for his choice of weapons, thinking he was silly for going after beasts with a mere bow. But this can be understood better if you look at all the weapons that existed around his time that were inelegant and brutal, showing how other hunters believed beasts should be pulverized and massacred with blunt whips and saw weapons. His attire shows that this specific line of hunters like to slip unseen and unnoticed into nooks and crannies of the city, appearing as just a corner beggar. But really, they are like elite spies, the first line of defense who detects signs of the scourge before it has even manifested itself, report it to the church, and deal with it before the scourge becomes a bigger problem. As he is one of the first hunters, he is keen to the secrets the nightmare holds, but as his storyline unfolds, you learn that he holds no allegiance and seeks to help you uncover the secrets to put an end to the nightmare.
You're a hunter with your sanity, aren't you? Must have taken a wrong turn then, eh? Well, we're more alike than you think. This is the hunter's nightmare, where hunters end up when drunk with blood. You've seen them before. Aimless, wandering hunters slavering like beasts. This is what the poor fools have to look forward to. So, don't be brash. Turn back before it's too late. Unless you've something of an interest in nightmares.
You can easily answer that you have no interest in nightmares and never see his story through.
Yes, as it should be. Hunt your beasts and think no more on the secrets of the night. That is the very best a hunter can do. Just don't let the blood intoxicate you.
But he will always ask if you have changed your mind, allowing you to progress his story arc.
What now? Oh, take my word and turn back before it's too late. Unless, I suppose, you've taken an interest in nightmares.
Nightmares are fascinating.
Oh yes, I see. You sense a secret within the nightmare and cannot bear to leave it be. As if the spirit of Byrgenwerth lives on within you. Such inquisitive hunters will relish the nightmare. But beware. Secrets are secrets for a reason, and some do not wish to see them uncovered. Especially when the secrets are particularly unseemly.
And whenever I think of this guy, I can't help but think about the delivery of this line.
Beware.
Beware.
Secrets are secrets for a reason. And some do not wish to be discovered, especially when the secrets are particularly unseemly.
Later, you will encounter Ludwig. Like Simon, he too was one of the first Healing Church hunters. Unlike Simon, Ludwig pioneered and paved the way for the Healing Church workshop, creating many successful weapons to take on the beasts, deviating from Gehrman's techniques. Eventually, he stumbled upon the Holy Moonlight Sword, which was not of his own design. It has power imbued from the cosmos and seems to have taken to him and no one else in order to guide him. He found the Carol rune Guidance through the use of this sword, which were tiny little sprites of guiding light.
You were at my side all along, my true mentor, my guiding moonlight.
Unfortunately, the sword became his undoing, and perhaps led him to become the monstrosity he is when you encounter him in the underground corpse pile. If you look closely at his second head lined with eyes and the water-like arcane attacks that emanate from that orifice, perhaps he really was corrupted by the arcane within the sword as well as the scourge. Seeing as how he is the only beast still able to speak, perhaps that celestial affliction is what's keeping him from becoming a completely senseless brute. Now, as a guardian to the church's secrets that lie beyond, as well as a beast with his senses still intact, he made apt sure no one got past him. After having slayed Ludwig, you can talk to his decapitated head. Without wearing church attire, he says,
Good hunter, have you seen the thread of light? Just a hair, a fleeting thing. Yet I clung to it, steeped as I was in the stench of blood and beasts. I never wanted to know what it really was. Really, I didn't.
Funny how you have to decapitate him first before he can be reasoned with. He then proceeds to neigh for a while, like a man. He basically admits he never wanted to find out what the guiding light was, and blindly clung to it despite the path it sent him down. If you wear church attire, you get new dialogue and a choice.
Tell me, good hunter of the church, have you seen the light? Are my church hunters the honorable Spartans? I hoped they would be.
You can choose to lie and say yes.
Ah, good. That is a relief. To know I did not suffer such denigration for nothing. Thank you kindly. Now I may sleep in peace. Even in this darkest of nights, I see the moonlight.
He will then give up his sword and rest peacefully for all eternity. If you tell him the bold truth and answer no...
Oh my! Just as I feared. Then a beast-possessed degenerate was I, as my detractors made eminently clear.
He will tell you that's exactly what he feared would happen and that he was nothing more than a beast-possessed degenerate. Then proceed with his man neighing.
Does the nightmare never end?
If you leave and come back, you'll find Simon standing over Ludwig's head, having put an end to him with an arrow. A tad distressed, he says,
Oh, he's well and truly gone now. A tragic figure. But he will shame himself no longer. He died with his ideals untarnished. He was a true hero, and earned that much at least. Here, this is Ludwig's guiding light, the blinding thread that led and misled that consummate hero, the poor brute.
As expected from one of the first Healing Church hunters, he speaks as if he knew Ludwig fairly well. Then he goes into much more detail, showing he knows a lot more about these secrets than he was letting on previously.
Do you know why the hunters are drawn to this nightmare? Because it sprouted from their very misdeeds. Things that some would rather keep secret. A pitiful tale of petty arrogance, really. High time someone exposed the whole charade.
He pretty much says it's time to expose these secrets, and he will henceforth appear to give you advice and lead you along the way.
Now, go on ahead. You seek nightmares and the secrets within, do you not?
Soon after, you will encounter Brador, locked within a cell. Brador is the Healing Church assassin by title. By the description of his attire, he hid himself away and the church gave him a single, soundless bell to invade and kill people who drew much too close to the secrets of Fishing Hamlet. You can hear a faint bell through areas of the game past this point, indicating the toll of the bell of death is starting to grow louder as you inch closer to a certain truth. Brador also wears the hide of a compatriot turned beast in which he's slain. Interestingly, the antler is broken on his character in the cell, while it is unbroken when you don it after having acquired it and when he invades.
Are you a hunter? Well, that's very odd. Do you hear the toll of the bell?
Talking to Brador, he'll ask if you hear the toll of the bell. At this point, you have no idea what he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about the church bell you heard upon climbing over the hill in the hunter's nightmare? But we learn later that is not the case. You may have first replied you hear the bell, and he says this.
Liar. Such pettiness will be your undoing.
If you say you don't hear the bell, he says,
Very well.
but then he goes on to warn,
The beast you seek will not be found here. Go back to your hunt. And if you have the chance, put this night behind you. Places better left untouched. Secrets better left alone. Only a fool would so brazenly roam.
After turning and raising the staircase in the research halls, Simon will yet again show up by the bottom lamp.
Oh, hello. Not a pretty sight, is it? The true face of the blood-worshipping, beast-purging, healing church. But that's not all. You seek the secrets held by the nightmare, do you not? Then here's what you must do. Climb the astral clock tower, and killed Maria. She hides the real secret.
He shows up to tell you that the research halls were not the real secret. The real secret can only be uncovered by killing Lady Maria and going through the astral clock face with the celestial dial to a time that existed long before, but kept intact within the nightmare. The town of Fishing Hamlet. You find evidence that the first hunters raided the town and experimented on the residents, trying to find eyes within their skulls. They likely found nothing and progressed further into the town. In a hut, you find Simon, injured and near death, who had been invaded by Brador countless times.
Who are you? I'm afraid I've made a botch of things. Oh, I can hear the bell now. The beast hired assassin. He's after me. Again. And again. It never ends.
He pleads for your help.
Please. I need you to do something. This village is the true secret. Testament to the old sins. It feeds this hunter's nightmare. Please, bring to an end the horror, so our forefathers sin. We hunters cannot bear their weight forever. It isn't fair. It just isn't fair.
That is a powerful choice of words. He wants you to uncover the secrets of the nightmare and put an end to it. The secret, we found out later, was the death of Cause and the posthumous birth of this great one, who is trapped in the nightmare. A curse the residents of Fishing Hamlet placed on the hunters when they become drunk with blood. Then Simon dies, leaving the key to Brador's cell. Talk to him through the cell door.
You hear this? Fear the bells toll. For only death awaits foolish prying eyes, and the church assassins are never far behind.
Using that key, you can open Brador's cell.
Well, look who's here. Welcome to my quarters. I've never entertained a guest before. Are you going to kill me? After all you've done, kill me? As if to right your wrongs. What is it? Aren't you going to kill me? Or perhaps beg my forgiveness?
He points the finger as if you're the one in the wrong.
Well, leave off. What's done is done.
If you don't kill him, Brador will continue to invade you in 4 specific locations continuously. In a way, he's the embodiment of players who sit around ringing their sinister bells looking for someone to invade all day in order to hinder their progress. If you think of it from this perspective, it's interesting. He acts like what he's doing is somehow more important and calls you out on your pointless meandering.
Only fools to brazenly row.
This is a play on words, intentional or not. Brazen means bold and without shame, while it could also refer to a loud resonant sound, such as his bell. The whole mechanic of his invasions are similar to the Forlorn's invasions in Dark Souls 2. When he kills you, he says,
Unending death awaits those who pry into the unknown.
when you kill him, he says,
Nothing changes. Such is the nature of man.
That last statement is to make you question if what you did was right. Now, there's no hint at whether or not you're able to get his bell under certain circumstances, but can you imagine if you could get his bell? A bell that could invade people regardless if another sinister bell is resonating? If so, it would definitely be a game changer. I'd like to believe there is a way to get his bell and use it to invade unsuspecting players, but chances are no. It seems Brador was destined to die. When you kill him, you'll get his weapon, and all his armor becomes accessible in all the areas of the game in which he normally invades. There's not much more to go on with these characters, but I do find it rather interesting that Simon is willing to help you uncover the sins of his forefathers. But that line confuses me, as Simon is supposed to be one of those, a forefather, yet he's putting it in a way that he's not. Sure, maybe he wasn't involved in what happened, I don't know. But if he was indeed one of the first healing church hunters, he's got to take blame. He would have put it more like,
So we, the forefathers, have sinned.
Our succeeding generations cannot bear our weight forever. Oh dearie my. He looks like he's at the right age to be one of the first Healing Church hunters, so I don't know. Maybe it was just some poor translation. Maybe it was written poorly. Maybe it's a contradiction. Maybe he's not the real Simon and only donned his attire and weapon. Please subscribe for more videos and show some support on Patreon, like these fine people who have helped me greatly. Be sure to watch my past videos if you haven't already and dive deep into the expansive lore of Bloodborne.